What's up, everybody? Welcome to my latest episode of Hip Hop Album Reviews. I'll be reviewing today is Puff Daddy and the Family's No Way Out, released in 1997 on Bad Boy Records. You guys should know who Puff Daddy is. You know, he is known for the guy that single-handedly, for most people, he's known as the guy that single-handedly destroyed hip-hop in the late 90s, made hip-hop all flashy, all that. He's like the head of Bad Boy Records, He was raised in Harlem. He was born and raised in Harlem. When people think of Harlem, they automatically think, oh, I'm from Harlem, like it's all dangerous out there and all that shit. And he's been through a lot though. He's been through a lot. The murder of his father and things of that nature. He went to college for business management. He wanted to be a business major, but he dropped out 2 years after. And fast forward to 1999, he actually met Heavy D. God rest his soul. And Heavy D, he was signed to Uptown. And Uptown Records, that was home to some of the biggest R&B and hip hop acts back the late 80s, 90s. I believe B.I.G, Jodeci, Father MC. I think the Lost Boys was signed to Uptown. I think so. It was basically perfect combination of hip hop, R&B, New Jack Swing. And Heavy D, he was the main dude around that time in Uptown. So Heavy D got Puffy a job, and Puffy was a producer. And I believe he produced Mary J. Blige's, what's the 411 remix album. He was working with Mary J. Blige, Jodeci. But back to Mary J. Blige, that what's the 411 remix album. Whew, that album is sick right there. That album was sick. Probably if you're not, I need to get that album, to be honest, Cause that album was oh my god. Then in 1990, and also I forgot to mention, that album was the first time people heard Notorious B.I.G, Craig Mack, cause Puffy also produced for that dude, what's that dude's name? Super Cat, that Dolly My Baby remix. And I was I believe that was the first time Big got noticed by, because a lot of people think Party and Bullshit was Biggie's first appearance on Wax. I believe it was that Super Cat song, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but hey. Now, fast forward to 1993, he got fired from Uptown. I don't know why he got fired, to be honest with you. Now, I guess, So he took Big and Craig Mack and they formed Bad Boy Records, 1994, Ready to Die came out, Project Funk the World. Those two albums were classics in my opinion. But the thing is that Craig Mack, he kind of fell off the radar, because Puffy was taking putting all his time on Biggie, because at that time Biggie was that dude. No disrespect to Craig Mack though, but I kind of felt Puff kind of played Craig Mack wrong, which I'll get into that subject in a minute. Bad Boy Records from the mid '90s were putting out really dope as shit, Faith Evans' first album, the Faith album, 1995. I even heard some of Total's first album. Hell, I even liked LOX's first joint they dropped. You know what I'm saying? The Money, Power, Respect. A lot of people kind of bashed that record, but I kind of thought it was pretty dope record, even if it was part of that whole G era. But back to the subject, Bad Boy Records was kind of the East Coast West Coast beef for Death Row. Tupac, Biggie, I'm not going to get into all that. Tupac was shot in 1996, Biggie shot in 1997. And Puffy, he was trying to do this album in 1996. which is originally supposed to be called Hell Up in Harlem. But he changed it to like No Way Out. And so it's credited as Puff Daddy and the Family. This album was very, very successful, but I also got like some mixed reviews at the same time. Like singles this album is known for are Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, featuring Mace, I'll Be Missing You, everybody in the world knows that song. It's All About the Benjamins, like I said, everyone knows that song, Been Around the World, and Victory. Producers on this joint include Sean Puffy Combs, he's an executive producer. Biggie was executive producer under his real name, Christopher Wallace. D.Dot, executive producer. Very dope producer, D.Dot. The Hitman, Puffy's like in-house producers. Like D.Dot, Stevie J. Yes, the same Stevie J from Love and Hip Hop, I believe. Yeah. Amen Ra, Myrick, 6th of July, J-Dub, Yogi, Black Jerus, never heard of him, and Big Jazz. Yes, the same Big Jazz that was Jay-Z's mentor. They gotta only put Jay-Z on, cause Jazz and Jay-Z, they're in that beef. So featured artists include Biggie, of course, Busta Rhymes, Mace, Lil Kim, Kelly Price, Carl Thomas, underrated singer, Kelly Price, Jay-Z, Black Rob, Genuine, Twista, LOX, Foxy Brown, Faith Evans, and 112. Alright, now let me get to the songs. First song on this album, No Way Out, the intro. Just the whole intro, just send the whole tone of the album, Track number 2, Victory, featuring Biggie and Busta Rhymes. It's a classic song. Like everybody knows that song right there. That song was like crazy. Like whenever you hear those boom, everyone just goes crazy. Everyone just go crazy when they hear that song in the club. You know what I'm saying? Like that was one of Biggie's like illest verses he has ever done. Like he killed it. Like he really killed it. You know what I'm saying? And what else about the song? This song was also like on the Rocky soundtrack that came out, like that movie that came out, I believe in like 97, 98, I believe. And if you ever heard the 9 Inch Nails remix, check that out. 9 Inch Nails was like that group back in the 90s, like Trent Reznor. Check out albums like the Downward Spiral. What else? The Fragile, But I'm getting off topic right now. And if you guys can hear in the background, that's Lil Kim's Not Tonight, the original version, off the Hardcore album. I reviewed that album. I said it was a classic album. I recommend it. Track number 3, Been Around the World, featuring Mace and Biggie. This is like one of the main reasons why people bash this album, because most of the songs are kind of like materialistic, in that sense. And the remix is way better. The remix had that Roy Ayers sample in it. It was like more like jazzy and all that. I like the original version, but it was kind of like more poppy. Yeah. Track number 4, What You Gonna Do? This is, believe it or not, I looked up this album, and this was originally supposed to be like a Lil Kim solo track, but Puffy kind of like jacked it for his own. And that beat though, that beat is so cold. It's cold as fuck though. I don't know. This is like boom. Like you play that in some speakers, and you'll be jamming like Amen Ra and Nashi Marek, they actually made that beat in the Hitman. But like, you know, Puffy's lyrics kind of fucked it up in my opinion. And it's like, damn, because I wish if Lil Kim would have gotten this track, she would have killed it. Because it's that song kind of like has like it kind of has like the hardcore feel to it in a way though, in a way. Track number 5, Don't Stop What You're Doing, Lil Kim and Kelly Price. Speaking of Lil Kim, this is like one of my, I wasn't really feeling the song. They of course from like, they use that Yabo and People sample, that famous sample of the 80s song. You guys should know it. So it was kind of like, and that's like one of my main issues with this album. I'll get into that when I finish this review. Track number 6, If I Should Die Tonight, the interlude, featuring Carl Thomas. Carl Thomas, man, he's a good singer. I have really nothing against him. Of course, it's a cover of kind of like a little slight cover of that Marvin Gaye song, If I Should Die Tonight. This song is basically about death, you know. Track number 7, Do You Know, featuring Kelly Price. Kelly Price, you know, she was like a lot of bad boy records, like yeah, she's like a lot of bad boy records, like Life After Death, and this and also like I think she also did some songs like Jay-Z and them too. So this was actually a pretty good song, decent song right here. Basically talking about like how Puffy feels trapped in the industry. Track number 8, Young G's, featuring Jay-Z, Biggie, and Kelly Price. Probably my favorite song off this album. Like whenever Biggie and Jay get a track together, they always kill it in my opinion. Like, I wish they would have done more shit together. Like, matter of fact, you know, they were supposed to like, before Biggie died, they were supposed to like form like a super group called The Commission. And I think this would have Charlie Baltimore up in it. And I forgot and that producer, Lance revealed, like, they were supposed to have that, the Commissioner. I would have loved to see how that would have turned out, though. Track number 9, I Love You Baby, Black Rob. Now, this is probably my second favorite song on this album. Black Rob. Black Rob, you guys should know, a lot of people know him for that song, Make Him Say Whoa. Like, that was a dope song right there. But, what else about him? You know how, you guys should know the whole story. He was in jail. I think, I forget what he was arrested for, but I'm glad that he's out now. But like, this song is basically storytelling at its finest. It's about excuse me, Black Rob meeting this girl, but this girl set him up so some gangster will jump him, and now he's out to kill the girl. You know what I'm saying? This was originally supposed to be like a Black Rob solo jump, but like again on Puffy, he somehow made his way into like the third verse, so that he can have the song, he can have his own shine, you know. Track number 10, It's All About the Benjamins remix, LOX, Lil Kim and Biggie. Self-explanatory, talking about money, you know what I'm saying. The original version, I believe the original version is just LOX and Puff, and like they added like Lil Kim and Biggie at the remix. So very, very dope song. I actually do like the song. To be like that beat was crazy, you know. It's very like, yeah, whatever. Track number 11, Pain, featuring Carl Thomas. It's just talking about how Puffy went through like a lot of pain in his life, like his father's death, and like his surroundings, death of Biggie. You know, and he's like motivated by Biggie to keep working. You know, pretty personal song by Puff. You know, track number 12, Is This the End? Carl Thomas, Genuine and Twister. I can't stand that song. Track number 13, I Got the Power, LOX. You know, basically a braggadocio kind of track. You know, LOX, I kind of felt like Jada had the best verse on that song. Track number 14, Friend, Foxy Brown and Simone Hines. Oh, that song kind of ran a bit too long. Like, I believe Foxy did do a thing on that song, I'm not gonna front. Track number 15, Senorita, excuse me. Yeah. This was a song I was not feeling though. Like, I kind of compared the song to like Hola Javito by Jay-Z, because like in that song Hola Javito off the Blueprint, he kind of like showing himself for Spanish girls and all that. So like this song was like, no go for me. Track number 16, I'll Be Missing You, Faith Evans and 112. You guys should know this song. It was, Biggie tribute. Everyone knows the song. I'm not gonna talk about that song. So, track number 17, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, Mace. I couldn't go without that song. Man, that's all the songs off this album. This album, this album, in my opinion, kind of represented the downside of like commercial hip hop. And even though there was some dope songs, there was really some like songs I could have done without. Now let's talk about the good. Puffy's like one of those artists, like he knows like. I feel like some the lyrical content on some songs were very dope. I like how Puff was like talking about like his personal life, his upbringing. Like I like the darker songs more than like the more happy songs. Okay, now the bad. I kind of felt like some songs are kind of like overly produced. I mean, like there was some songs like when they sample like a song from like the 80s, they don't really do nothing. Like the hitmen don't really do nothing like with this song. I kind of feel like it's like they're playing. For example, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down. They used to have, everyone knows that Grandmaster Flash sample. And I kind of felt like they didn't really do nothing with the pitch. They didn't really do nothing like at least mess with the pitch or mess with the time signature more. You know what I'm saying? But kind of felt like, oh, we just found this up. You know what? Add some drums, add some additional samples to it, and just have you rapping over that. Like it was like more like an 80s like that's another thing about East Coast hip hop back in like the late 90s. Like they kind of like sample out 80s like songs like from the Police, David Bowie, New Edition. And it was kind of like they didn't really do nothing, like pitch it up, try to like time stretch it more. It was kind of like, you know what? It's from the 80s. We'll just use it. Another thing too. Some songs like Puffy kind of like, I like somehow Puffy will somehow sneak his way into some songs. You know what I'm saying? Like how Black Rob, I Love You Baby. That was a dope song. That should have been like Black Rob by himself. But no, like Puffy kind of fucked it up at the end, and like, like I kind of like that's how he is. Though. That's his reputation in hip hop. Sometimes he likes to jack beats. Sometimes he likes to jack beats and he uses it for himself, or like how he the famous story about the Juicy instrumental. How P-Rock originally produced the original version of Juicy, but like Puffy, he heard that and I think he made his own version. You know what I'm saying? But what else about the sound? Talk about the dark. And like, I kind of felt like Puff really wants to recreate this album so much that this was really the beginning of Puffy's like dominance, like in rap, or like as soon as this album dropped, like he wanted to make it all by himself. That's why a lot of artists from Bad Boy left. LOX, Faith Evans, 112 Total, Craig Mack, like he's like he was an egomaniac. He's an egomaniac though. I'm sorry. I know I'm creating a lot of controversy with this review, but I'm just stating the facts. So there you go. Like you notice how each album after No Way Out was not a big hit. Forever, not a big hit. You know. Saga Continue. It had some bangers, but it wasn't a big hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just him trying to like. It's just him like bring materialistic things to hip hop, you know. And we all know he's not a good MC, so there. And so that's all the time I have for this review. Stay tuned for more stuff. I might do one more review before the year end. Hope everyone had a happy holidays and all that. So, MC Reg, peace.